Hi, this is Explained Everything here. Today I am going to explain a Chinese action movie called The Super Bodyguard. Ignoring the spoilers, let's get started. In the opening scene we see Wu Lin, a martial art expert and part of ancient Chinese clan, doing splits. Then a boy arrives eating ice cream and started laughing at him. Suddenly, a group of gangsters drops the ice cream of the boy. To help him, Wu Lin follows them and meets them in street. The thugs have found the man who they were chasing and are about to kill him, but Wu Lin knocks at all of them by his martial arts skills. The man who is saved, his name is Jia Shan, a wealthy businessman. He offers Wu Lin money but he did not accept it. Then he goes back to child and gives him a new cone of ice cream. Suddenly, many cars surrounds Wu Lin from every direction and the leader of the group came out, and hugs Wu Lin, and we came to know that they, both are childhood friends. He is a Kung Fu master and runs a security firm, Zhang Li. Wu Lin and Zhang Li were taught Kung Fu by the same master. Zhang Li reveals that he was kicked out from the clan because his master thinks he was not worthy to taught Kung Fu. So he moved to city and built his own life. Zhang Li asks Wu Lin about master. He sadly takes at ashes, revealing that he has passed away. Zhang Li started crying, still filled with a love for his mentor. The next morning, they go to Zhang Li's training center. Wu Lin is asked to remove his shoes because they are of metal. Zhang Li allows him to wear the shoes because he knows the history behind the shoes. The businessman Jia Shan has came to Zhang Li to hire a bodyguard for his daughter. He shows interest in Wu Lin because his master teach him a protector will do anything in power to protect the employer. The next morning he meets Jia Shan's daughter. The meeting does not go as expected. Fei Fei drops her towel, assuming he is an outsider. After finding out he is her bodyguard, she offers him money to leave her alone, but Wu Lin is true to his principles, so money can't change his decision. At last, she tries to threaten him with fake gun but he did not react at all. Later, they drive to mall. Wherever Fei Fei walk he follows him. Then she notices a group of thugs bothering a girl. She bravely walks into them and slap one of them and tells Wu Lin has told her to do so. The thugs go after him but he tells I don't know her. Believing him they went after Fei Fei, chasing her around mall. Wu Lin also make fun of her until she apologizes for her mistake. Then he bullies the boys and chase them away. At night a group of thugs came to take her but they return after seeing the threads all around the house, connected to a bell which will ring if anyone is around. The next morning Fei Fei and Wu Lin go to restaurant. As Fei Fei enjoys her meal, Wu Lin is keeping eye on everyone. As soon as he realizes the waitress movements and sense that something is wrong, and he takes Fei Fei away from the place but he was attacked by a group of thugs. While fighting, Fei Fei was taken away by the people in restaurant. After defeating thugs, Wu Lin chases van and enters the van through windshield, then holds Fei Fei hands and run away from the group. At home Fei Fei is impressed by Wu Lin's skills and awareness. Wu Lin asks her why her father have lots of enemies and why they want to kidnap her. But Fei Fei is speechless, as she has no idea about it but tells him she was protected by bodyguards since her childhood. She goes to her room and cries, looking at the picture of her mother. In the same time Zhang Li is talking with Mr. Fu's assistant, who tells that he is like a son to Mr. Fu, and he hopes that he will not disappoint the master. Zhang Li is asked to capture the father and daughter duo by himself. In the next scene we see Wu Lin is practicing his 108 iron feet kicks, and Kung Fu that he learned from his master. While practicing he remembers himself and Zhang Li practicing together with master in childhood. He was practicing with so much concentration that he remembers who attacked him in the van. With the help of a metal ring he came to know that the man is one of Zhang Li's men who he have met before. The next day Wu Lin meets Zhang Li, at steel factory where later, Zhang Li asks him to stop protecting Fei Fei and soon he will turn this factory into his bodyguard training center, where he will teach his students about the secrets iron feet. However, Wulin refuses to obey his orders, and asks for explanation. Instead of listening, Zhang Li invites him in one-on-one fight and tells Wulin to show his skills using iron feet. They both were equally matched, but after a long time Wulin manages to defeat Zhang Li. Angry, Zhang Li tears a piece of cloth and tells he and Wulin are no longer brothers. After that, Wulin reaches Fei Fei and takes her away from the town, and she asks him what happened. He tells she is in danger, a group of powerful mafia is after her. Suggests that she should stay low until your father finds her. Slowly they both came close to each other, and Wulin teach her little kung fu and Fei Fei teach him driving. Wulin revels to Fei Fei. The boots he is wearing are of 25 kilos each. He has been practicing a technique called 108 kicks for past 8 years. One day Zhang Li's people find the location where Fei Fei and Wulin are. But Zhang Li knows that his men are not ready to face Wulin. He gave them large handcuffs to use against him. They attacked that night when Wulin is not expecting. The couple ran into the woods where Wulin was busy fighting with others, taking the opportunity. 2 gangsters kidnap Fei Fei and bring her to a warehouse. Wulin follows then, but accidentally he put his leg on handcuff. It was hard fighting, still he was able to knock several men and gives competition. In the end they cuff his both leg and slam him in the wall. When he got weak they drag him in nearby field. Zhang Li sees his former brother is going to die and he feels little amount of pain, but he suppresses it with his anger. He walks to Wulin and kills him with a punch on his chest. They bury him in a pit before returning to their base. The rain keeps falling and make a hole in the pit. Suddenly, Wulin crawls out of it, revealing that he is still alive. His heart was on right side of his chest, so the punch did not harm him hard. He returned home with motive and takes off his metal boots. It make him the master of 108 kicks technique. Then, he changes his appearance and wears a suit, before going to Zhang Li training base. Hundreds of trainers who are guarding the base attacked him, but 50 kilos weight off his feet he was undefeatable. He only uses his hands for defense and knocks out several of them with his amazing footwork. In the end he is the only one standing inside ring. He confidently enters the room with Mr. Fu, Zhang Li, Fei Fei, and Jia Shan. Fu asks him is he not afraid to die, to which Wulin replies that success requires sacrifice. Fu is shocked because he had said the same thing to his son before killing him. Many years ago Fu and Jian Shan were partners. But one time, Fu made Jian Shan gets caught by the police, which in return caused the death of his wife. Since then, Jian Shan had been looking to take revenge on Fu. Fu loved his son Wulin dearly, until one day he sees Wulin chasing an animal away by just staring at him. Fu's trusted the fortune teller told him that his son will be the end of him and his career. Fu's trusted the fortune teller told him that his son will be the end of him and his career. That was the reason why he tried to kill his own son. Fu laughs at his faith, thinking fortune teller was right all along. He fires at Wulin, but this time Zhang Li stops him. And he is tired of being a pawn in Fu's illegal business. And decides to fight with Wu Li to learn the 108 kicks. As they start fighting they both seems equally matched, until Wu Li kicks right on Zhang Li's ribs. Injured Zhang Li tries to get up but was shot by Fu's assistant. Seeing this, Wu Li runs towards assistant, but he shot him in the left side of chest. Luckily, he survived as his heart is on his right side. Then he defeated the assistant and tries his best to kill Mr. Fu, but he was not able to gather that much courage to kill his own father. Many months later it is shown that Mr. Fu has died because of his cancer. And the movie ends with Wu Li throws the ashes of this master and Zhang Li. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe to this video. And don't miss the ending clip.